Man finds a starving baby. Hyena, what he raised it to become will blow your mind. The African savannah stretches endlessly under a blazing sun. Heat waves dance across the golden grass like ghosts. Acacia trees stand scattered, their thorny branches reaching toward a sky so blue it hurts to look at. This is a land of predators and prey, where survival is the only law that matters. And somewhere in this vast wilderness, a story is about to unfold that will challenge everything you think you know about one of nature's most misunderstood creatures. Wildlife filmmaker Marcus Williams drives his dusty Land Rover across the rough terrain. He's been documenting African wildlife for 15 years, capturing the raw beauty and brutal reality of life on the savannah. His cameras have recorded lions hunting elephants, mourning their dead, and cheetahs racing across the plains like living lightning. But today, something different catches his eye. A movement in the tall grass, small, desperate, wrong. Marcus stops the vehicle and grabs his binoculars. What he sees makes his heart sink. A baby hyena, maybe 6 weeks old, stumbles through the grass on shaking legs. His spotted coat is dull and matted. His ribs show through paper-thin skin. This is no ordinary sight. Baby hyenas stay with their mothers for months, protected by the fierce loyalty of the clan. For one to be alone like this means only one thing: tragedy. Marcus knows hyenas. Most people see them as ugly scavengers, laughing demons that steal kills from noble lions. But he spent years studying them, watching them hunt in coordinated packs, seeing the complex social bonds that hold their clans together. They're intelligent, loyal, and surprisingly tender with their young. This baby shouldn't be here alone, starving. The little hyena collapses in the shade of a thorn bush. His sides heave with each labored breath. His eyes, normally bright and alert, are glazed with exhaustion. Death stalks him like a shadow. Marcus faces an impossible choice. Interfering with nature goes against everything he believes as a documentarian. But letting this baby die when he could help goes against everything he believes as a human being. He makes his decision. Marcus approaches slowly, speaking in soft tones. The baby hyena doesn't run. He doesn't have the strength. Instead, he looks up with eyes that seem far too old for such a young face. There's no fear there, only a desperate hope that maybe finally someone has come to help. Marcus reaches out carefully and lifts the tiny creature. He weighs almost nothing, a bundle of bones and spotted fur. Back at his remote research camp, Marcus becomes a surrogate mother. He feeds the baby hyena goat's milk from a bottle, watches over him through feverish nights, and slowly nurses him back to health. The transformation is remarkable. Within days, the dull coat begins to shine. The ribs disappear under healthy flesh. Most importantly, the spark returns to those intelligent brown eyes. Marcus names him Jengo, after an old Swahili word meaning to build. And build is exactly what they do. Day by day, they construct a bond that shouldn't exist. Hyenas aren't meant to trust humans. Humans aren't meant to understand hyenas. Yet here they are, breaking all the rules. Jengo follows Marcus around the camp like a devoted dog. He sleeps at the foot of his bed, plays with empty water bottles, and makes soft, chittering sounds that pass for hyena laughter. Months turn into years. Jengo grows from a helpless baby into a magnificent adult. He stands 3 feet tall at the shoulder, his muscles rippling under a coat of perfect spots. His jaw can crack bones that would break steel. But when he looks at Marcus, all that power dissolves into pure affection. He nuzzles against his human father like a giant house cat. The other researchers who visit the camp are amazed. That's impossible, they say. Hyenas can't be domesticated. But Jengo proves them wrong every day. He's gentle with visitors, playful with other animals, and fiercely protective of Marcus. When lions approach the camp at night, Django's deep whooping call sends them scattering. He's become something unprecedented, a bridge between two worlds. But their peaceful existence is about to be shattered. Poachers have been moving through the area, armed men who kill elephants for ivory and rhinos for their horns. They see Marcus's isolated camp as an easy target, a place to rest and resupply. What they don't expect is Django. The attack comes at dawn. 3 men with rifles approach the camp thinking they'll find an easy mark. Marcus wakes to the sound of Django's warning call, a deep, echoing whoop that makes his blood run cold. He's never heard that tone before. It's not playful or protective. It's dangerous. The poachers enter the camp with confidence, their weapons ready. They see Marcus emerge from his tent, hands raised clearly, no threat. What they don't see is the shadow moving through the tall grass behind them. Django has learned from years of watching predators hunt. He knows how to use the terrain, how to approach unseen, how to strike when the moment is right. The first poacher never sees what hits him. One moment he's threatening Marcus with his rifle, the next he's on the ground with 140 pounds of pure muscle and fury standing over him. Django's massive jaws close around the weapon, crushing it like a twig. The other 2 men panic, raising their rifles, and in that moment, Django makes a choice that will haunt Marcus forever. Instead of attacking the remaining poachers, Django places himself between them and Marcus. He stands tall, hackles raised, making himself the biggest possible target. The rifles fire. Django doesn't flinch. He holds his ground, protecting the human who saved him all those years ago, even as the bullets find their mark. The remaining poachers flee in terror, leaving behind their wounded companion and their shattered confidence. But their retreat means nothing to Marcus. He rushes to Django's side, cradling the massive head in his lap. Those intelligent brown eyes look up at him, one last time, filled not with pain or fear, but with something that looks remarkably like peace. Django dies as the sun rises fully over the savannah, painting the sky in shades of gold and crimson. Marcus holds him until the warmth fades from his spotted coat, until the wilderness falls silent around them. The hyena who wasn't supposed to love had given everything for that love. The story spreads through the conservation community like wildfire. Scientists debate what it means. Skeptics question whether it really happened. But Marcus has hours of footage, years of documentation that prove the impossible bond between man and hyena. More importantly, he has the memory of a creature who chose loyalty over survival, love over instinct. Today, there's a small memorial at Marcus's old campsite. Just a simple stone with Django's name carved into its surface. But sometimes researchers passing through the area report strange sounds in the night. Hyena calls that seem different, somehow warmer, more musical. As if somewhere in the vast savannah, the spirit of an extraordinary creature still watches over the wild places he once called home. And that's the incredible story of Django the hyena, who rewrote the rules of what's possible between human and wild animal. In a world where we're taught to fear these misunderstood creatures, one man dared to see beyond the stereotypes and found a heart that beat with fierce loyalty. Sometimes the most beautiful bonds form in the most unexpected places. If this story touched your heart, share it with someone who needs to believe in the power of compassion. Subscribe for more amazing true stories that prove love knows no boundaries. Until next time, remember that every creature, no matter how feared or misunderstood, has the capacity for extraordinary devotion.